All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, double honors to the elders at GMS, and bless the elect and the brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity. We was going over in Isaiah, and it's just a bunch of information, you really can't refute. You can't throw this out. You try to say everybody can be saved, or if anybody's teaching that some white people is going to be saved, or white people can be saved in general, or in this, when you read, Isaiah 60, 61, 62, it's talking about the kingdom. So it's after this life. So not only did the Lord, separate the nations to have Israel as his people on this earth, but it's going to be the same thing in the kingdom of heaven, because he's a power that he changed not. You can just go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Mm-hmm.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yep, so part of that glory is the truth. The Lord giving you that grace and to be able to understand the truth. And it's only for Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That darkness goes to the ones that's not meant for them to be converted. When he said, why are you speaking to them in parable? Because it's not meant for everybody to know the mysteries, because everybody's not supposed to be converted as far as this side. But with the kingdom, that glory is going to be unto Israel still. And only Israel. Even the 2/3, when they come back, they also going to have that glory. Go ahead.
And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising.
Mm-hmm.
Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
Mm-hmm.
Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee.
Okay, right there. Now, that word forces, it means the wealth. So the wealth of the Gentiles, because the state that we in right now is we in punishment right now. We under the curses. We not meant to, have the riches and the wealth right now. We at our lowest, the lowest we ever been, as a nation, as being Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yeah, I went on the internet like earlier today, and they was talking about, somebody was bringing out some valuable points that it said every time the Lord punished us, and they gave scripture to back it up, that he always, how did the Lord punish us? Most of the time it was through a nation taking us down. You know what I'm saying? The Lord angles kindred, therefore he delivered us to the spoil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He always delivered us into the other nations. You know what I'm saying? It's like it said in Second Esdras, not Second Esdras, but Baruch, that we would, this punishment here explains us being delivered to the spoil for us going off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on now. And for point one, these chapters we about to read is prophecy. This hasn't happened yet, or if we're going through it now, or it hasn't happened yet. And then what hasn't happened yet is when we get into the kingdom. It's gonna go over the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't happened yet, and that's gonna cut, like the brother says, gonna cut that Gentile can make it talk, because this is the kingdom. It's talking about something that hasn't happened yet, and it's talking about Gentiles not making it in there. As of right now, they're talking about, them giving tribute to us, because this Gentiles is talking about actual non-Hebrew Israelites by blood. Okay.
This is verse 6. The multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah. All they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Most High.
Yeah, so the kingdom of heaven is going to be exactly, for the most part, how Solomon's kingdom was. It was peace, and the other nations paid tribute unto him. Like the Queen of Sheba, she came to hear about his wisdom and everything. But they're gonna pay tribute unto us, man, because it's gonna be we pay tribute now. Taxes. The tax is, I mean, theirs is wicked, you know, because they overtax and everything. But we're in their kingdom, and on top of that, the Lord said, "You shall go to your enemies in want of all things." You know, so when our kingdom come, we're gonna be the ones on top. We're gonna be the big dogs. So the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabs, the Africans, the so-called white man, all the other nations that's not of Negro, Latino, or Native American descent is going to be paying tribute unto us, man, because it's going to be our kingdom. How is it our kingdom if they benefiting as much as we is? We don't benefit how they do in this kingdom. So therefore, in our kingdom, it's going to be the other way around. Go ahead, Art.
All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows? Surely the owl shall wait for thee, with the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee.
Yeah, it's not like they gonna be amongst us and you know, chilling with us or drinking with us or anything like that 24/7. You know, the nations, they gonna have their land, and we're gonna make sure that we gonna govern their land, really, and we're gonna make sure that they doing right. They're gonna have to follow our laws, and they're gonna pay tribute once again. This is gonna be our kingdom, and it's gonna be the righteous kingdom. It's the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
So just like the brother was saying earlier, you know, brother, they was bringing out good points, man. The Most High, when we his children, we went off. We disobeyed his orders, so he had to punish us. But he still had that mercy. You know, if any of you brothers got kids out there, your kid do something, you have to punish them so your child can learn. You let your child just do what they want to do, then they're not going to respect you, you know. So that's what the Lord did unto us. He put us in punishment. It's our punishment right now. You know, and it said the stranger shall build up thy walls. You know, we built up America.
Trying to precept for you some chastisement.
So they gonna have to build up our kingdom. Go ahead.
Hebrews 12:5 says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord."
Yeah, we in captivity. You're gonna go through things. You're gonna have problems. Everything is not gonna be 100% perfect. You know, it's the chastisement of the Lord. Go ahead.
Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Mm-hmm.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
So if you endure the chastening that the Lord give you, because this really right here is talking about the elect, because they're going to be the ones that endure this chastening on this side, in order for the kingdom of heaven to come to bring the rest of the nation back. You know, because they into, you know, some of the nations, the 2/3 is into this wickedness. You know, so this is not for them. They don't endure the chastening. They just think it's a coincidence. You know, but you know, brothers that's in the know, something happened to them, they understand why it's happening to them, and if they feel like they're doing something wrong, they try to fix that problem. That's enduring through that. You know, you might lose a job. You know, that's chastening. The Lord chastening you. He's trying to strengthen you as well. Go ahead.
If you endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Yep.
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Yeah, exactly. So if you have a child, you're going to chasten your child when your child doing wrong. Go ahead.
That's pretty much it. It goes into the other part. I read it if you want me to, though.
I think it was like one little part after that about the bastards.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it if you read into that, but I read it.
And that's, you know, kind of add something. And that's love too, man. Because you know how they say the Most High loves everybody. If the Most High is not chastening you, he don't love you, man. Just pure point blank.
I said verse 6, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. You know, it says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Yeah. And you are bastards and not sons. And that's why the Lord, the 2/3 is a bastard to the Lord, man. Because they don't, even though they might lose a job and we lose a job, but we have to endure through that chastisement. They can just go do whatever the hell they want to do. You know, as far as when the Lord give you a job, bring you into this truth, really, you got a responsibility. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. And this word right here is power. So we have a responsibility. So we have to endure the chastisements of the Lord. They don't have to. Because a 2/3 is a 2/3. They already destined, you know, their destiny is already set.
I mean, they can endure, but they're not getting chastised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it goes into what Second Ezra said, that why do the heathen, what the hell is that? Why do the heathen why do they reign above us? You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all this wickedness. Because they're not being chastised, because they're bastards. You know, so therefore they can go out here and be homosexuals and be the richest among the earth, because their ultimate chastisement is death and slavery and their total annihilation of all Edomites. That's their chastisement. It's going to be a smite, a firm blow, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead, go.
Isaiah 60 and verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Yeah, that's why they're not going to be shut, so they can bring their tribute. You know what they owe us in our kingdom, not so they can come in and out and live deliciously like us.
Yeah, and so when he's saying earlier, remember we said earlier, forces don't mean army or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of Gentiles. It means wealth.
Yep.
The wealth of the Gentiles can come in and out. All right, just like the prime example is what the kingdom of Solomon. That's what happened. The forces of the Gentiles came in and out, in and out, in and out. All right, not in and out, really in. All right. Why would our gates be closed? Our gates shouldn't. It's not gonna be closed if you got continual commerce coming in. You know, name all kind of things: box trees, fir trees, the best gold. Yeah. All this is gonna be constantly coming in. So we really ain't gonna have time to close our gates when, you know, if it's in this time and you got a house, right? And shit, you own fucking New York or you own the United States, all right? And the fucking, just like the IRS building never closed. You know what I'm saying? Because the technicality of what I mean is basically they're always receiving money. IRS don't shut down for a day. You know what I'm saying? Because they're always receiving business. It's constantly coming in. America's constantly paying tribute to the citizens, constantly paying tribute to America. So they never close. Right now, if we were to go to the store right now, swipe our card, we're paying tribute. You know, but in the kingdom, we're going to be constantly receiving tribute. You know what I'm saying? So why would it be closed? You know what I'm saying? You're not the same case. If you get on the internet, go on eBay, say I'm about to buy these pants, swipe, you run your card, all right? Card denied, you gotta wait till 8 o'clock, you know, because business is closed. No, it don't work like that. The gates is constantly open, all right, because we're paying tribute.
Hey, and even if you go on eBay and you buy something, they still gonna take that money. They might not ship it till the weekday when they work, but they still gonna take that money.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say we not taxing right now, so
Yeah.
You can't know. Them gates is kind of the gate of taxing is always open. Our gate of taxing is gonna be always open. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be steady flowing, and it's gonna be flowing in abundance. You know, way more than this bullshit taxing you're doing. We're gonna tax right, but we're gonna get the best of the best, and it's gonna be good, you know.
Isaiah 60 and 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Remember, the forces is the wealth, the riches. Go ahead.
And that their kings may be brought.
Mm-hmm.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
That's us, that's prophetic right there in itself. Because what's going to happen? The elect is going to be saved from the missiles.
Wait. Not the wicked shall be perished. not the evil.
Yeah.
The nations that shall not serve thee.
Exactly. Yep.
You can't turn the wicked into a nation unless they're Edomites, of course. But what I'm saying is that you can't turn the wicked into a nation of people, like it's African, Chinese, and they're all this one nation in fucking New Ghana, South Africa or something after the kingdom is established. No, these are fucking Hamitic tribes, all right? Japhetic tribes, Shemitic tribes, that are going to be in their land. Say Chinese got the Mongolian tribe that don't want to serve the Lord in the time of the kingdom, they're going to be annihilated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which at the end of the day, Esau is going to be annihilated because he's not going to bow down. That's in his spirit, all right, to be the wicked of the earth. So he has to be destroyed,
Yep. And it's clearly telling you the kingdom of heaven ain't for everybody right here. Because it like the brother said, the nations that ain't going to serve is going to be utterly wasted. Go ahead.
Verse 13. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious.
Yep, the kingdom of heaven is going to be glorious, man, because everything is going to be the best of the best. Go ahead.
Let's say heaven is his throne, earth is his footstool,
Mm-hmm.
and the place of his feet is earth, and really that cushion is New Jerusalem. All right, that's where the hills lay at. What you call that thing? The armoire. All right, the New Jerusalem is the armoire.
Reading on, it says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
That's the fear and that's the respect. And that's the acknowledgement of the other nations knowing that they're going to be under us, man. Because they the ones that is afflicting us now. Because we don't got nothing. They got everything. They in cahoots with the so-called white man. The so-called white man has it all. But the other nations, they have their wealth too. We don't got nothing, man. We in punishment right now. But this is prophetic once again. So this is the kingdom of heaven. Everything is going to turn around. They going to come bowing down to us, man. Go ahead.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated.
Yep, we forsaken and hated. They all look at all the racial stereotypes they got out there, all the proverbs and the derogatory terms they put forth towards niggas ain't shit and spics and the savages and all of that. They look down on us. We ain't shit right now. That's how they think. But y'all want to save them.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles and suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Yeah, so the Lord's going to be the Redeemer of Israel. So there's no stopping that.
Yes, Salakia, the whole up. That sucking the milk and the breast. What happens when you do that? You're being what? You're being fed.
Yep.
You're being fed, okay? And when you're being fed, how are we being fed by Gentiles? We're not drinking their actual milk. We might be drinking their actual milk. By being fed, what they say on the movies, I gotta eat, B. What they said on Paid in Full, you ain't eating.
Everybody eats, B.
Everybody eats, B. What they're talking about, money, okay? It's talking about commerce, right? If you got your car, that was in that time. But we're talking about the kingdom, them box trees and fir trees. That's how they're going to be feeding us, with the milk, okay? It's talking about all kind of commerce coming in. And like we said, the best example is the kingdom of Solomon, all right? Continual commerce coming in and out, all right, are really coming in, all right? Go ahead.
And the best of the best.
Yeah, best of the best too.
Verse 17. For brass will I bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise.
Yeah, the kingdom is going to be peaceful, man, because we going to be ruling. And it ain't going to be no, y'all can believe in what y'all want to believe in, y'all believe in what y'all want to believe in, y'all believe in what y'all want to believe in. Because everybody, like the Muslims and everything, they believe in committing suicide with a bomb, with a group of people and all of that. Ain't going to be none of that shit in our kingdom, man, because that's confusion. They're going to be under our laws. And if, like it said earlier in the chapter, if you don't want to get down, then you're going to lay down.
And the scriptures say that these other nations going to flow into us. You know, they're going to learn our laws. They're going to keep the law, statute, commandments of our power.
Yep.
You know? Reading on, it says, violence, Salakia, the sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power thy glory.
Yep, because like we were speaking about it earlier, that's the new covenant. The law, statute, and commandment has been written in our inward parts, man. Because if you go to Isaiah 8 and 20, it refers to the law as the light. You know, it refers to the law as the light, that righteousness. So that's not going to diminish from us anymore, because the Lord is going to put us in our right mind to where he won't have to afflict us no more. Then it say in Romans, we're going to be joint heirs with the Lord, man. You think the Lord going to have some wickedness in his kingdom? It's not going to happen. That's what that new covenant is about. Writing it in our inward parts, so we don't even think about wickedness. Therefore, we can be able to keep our kingdom forever and ever.
It says, thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light.
Yep, he going to be our everlasting light, man. Go ahead.
And the days of thy mourning shall be ended.
And we're not going to mourn. It's going to be our kingdom. We done went through our affliction, our punishment. Now the Lord put us in our right minds, and it's time for, you know, the Israelites to rule through Yahawashi, Yahawashi, and righteousness. Go ahead.
Thy people also shall be all righteous.
Yeah, thy people, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, thy people also shall be all righteous.
Shall be all righteous. We all ain't righteous right now. You know, we rehearsing the righteous acts. Just some of us, a handful of the whole nation. But this is the kingdom, so we all gonna have that righteousness. Go ahead.
They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
Yeah. Because we're going to have kids, and we're going to continue to multiply. Hey, because we ain't going to have child support in the kingdom, so we'll be able to afford our kids as well, man. But that's also the Lord building us up.
We got nigga women either.
Yeah, we're going to have the nigga women. They're going to be in their right mind.
The term of nigga woman is going to be ended, you know.
And it ain't going to be queen either.
I catch the next chapter.
Go ahead.
The Spirit of the Lord, chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord, power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. Yep,
that liberty is stuck in his system. The meek is the elect, man.
That liberty is the knowledge.
Yeah.
The liberty to the captives, because we're captives. It says,
get that in John right quick. 8 and 32, I believe.
That freedom is what? The salvation, you know.
Definitely.
Trying to have liberty to the captives. We're the captives.
St. John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Like the brother just said, man, that liberty is the knowledge. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, man. Because before we was locked, like I was saying, we was locked into the system. And this system is built to make us wicked, to keep us, down and everything. But this truth set you free, man. Now we got something to look forward to. Before we were looking forward to a college degree and whatever false dream you had, because it's all really just a nightmare. Now we have something to look forward to, and that's salvation, like the brother was saying. That because it said in what's that, Hebrews, that's the rest, man. We ain't gonna get our rest until we get our salvation.
You know what I'm saying? That's when rest is allowed.
Yeah, yeah, and that's when it's allowed.
That's when rest is allowed, when peace comes. You can't rest.
How you gonna sleep if it's a house party right above you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was the other day. I had to get up 5 in the morning. Window open, trying to get a cool breeze out here. Tom. Wife rolls over, get on the floor. Hop on the floor. I just look out the window like, fuck that shit, man. I gotta get my rest. Yeah. It's not allowed. Somebody, you gotta roll or hop on the floor.
Out of your sleep.
Wake you up.
Out of your rest.
All I gotta do is look out the window, make sure they ain't pointing our way. Fuck that shit. That's you can't get no rest. You can try to get rest and act like nothing ain't going on, but rest ain't allowed. Because if it was allowed, you can get it with no problem. Mm-hmm. All right, you can sleep easy. Okay, the shit Esau got to do. He may be he the devil, so he may be able to sleep easy at night for doing the wicked shit he's doing. But to be able to be at full peace, you finish your day, you had to cut through nobody. You came in with good revenue. Your kids are doing fine. Your household's doing fine. You got the finest of the finest.
Debt paid.
There is no debt.
Yeah,
there's no debt. Nobody ain't tripping. You can go to sleep. All right. You can wake up in the morning and enjoy the crisp air.
Taste the air.
Instead of you working, busting your ass on your job and like, man, let me hurry up and go on my break before it get too hot so I can really enjoy the weather.
Very appreciate that. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 52. For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted. Mm-hmm. The time to come is prepared.
Yep, that's that knowledge. The time to come is prepared, which is right now. And that time, the kingdom is prepared. Didn't the Lord say, I go and prepare a place for you? We just gotta endure, man, through this chastisement. Endure so we can get that reward. Go ahead.
Plenteousness is made ready, a city builded, and rest is allowed.
And rest is allowed, man. In this place that the Lord went to go prepare for us. So that's the kingdom of heaven. We don't have rest right now because the scripture said, "Give him no peace," meaning we got to continue to work. We got to continue to put in this work for Yahawashi until he destroys this place, man. So we can receive that reward, actually deserve it, Go ahead.
Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled unto hell to be forgotten.
Yep, and it's not talking about hell, underground, underworld, It's talking about the condition or lowest state.
It's a grave too.
Yeah, the grave.
Because corruption is going to be dead.
Yep.
It's going to be dead. It's not going to be a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Just for example, business, corrupt business. Hey, bad credit, no credit, that type of shit. Next thing you know, your fucking APR rating is fucking 23%. You know what I'm saying? That's corrupt. You know what I'm saying? When a person says, I bought this Bible for $20, I'll sell it to you for 20. That's it. Fair exchange. Nothing more, nothing less. It's what you want. It's the bargaining system. You know what I'm saying? What you got, I can give. I got what you can give. That's a fair trade. Not what, I got something that I don't want, but I know it's valuable to you, so I'm trying to get more for that necessity. That's corrupt business. That's corruptness. done away with. You go ahead.
That's the rest of it right here. It says, sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasure of immortality.
Immortality, that righteousness. Say that in Wisdom of Solomon, man. Righteousness and immortality.
That was into that precept.
All right. Back to Isaiah 61 and 2. It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. I started 1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, which is the coming of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn.
Which is the same, the coming of the Lord is the same day of that vengeance. And that's what the job is now, to build up the elect and prepare them to receive the Lord's second coming.
And it says to comfort them all that mourn. 14th Street Israelite. You know, what that saying? Don't be angry, but you're supposed to be mourning right now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't mourning. So why would you need to be comforted if you're not mourning? If you're doing good already. All right. Says you got something?
No, I mean I was just as far as the mourning, while we're mourning, but as far as who's ruling.
All right, that's cool. We're gonna continue.
Okay.
So to proclaim the acceptable year, Salakia, verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion,
Israel,
to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
Yeah, so it's turning us around from that broken spirit, that broken-hearted, been captive. It's freeing us. This knowledge is through Yahawashi and Yahawashi, getting us prepared for that and turning all our mourning to around to joyful times, man. But not right now. You know, but the knowledge, of course, is beautiful right here. To know this and for the Lord to allow you to teach this, it is beautiful. But after this comes, you know, then the kingdom comes to receive that, man. So when that rest, like we were just talking about, that rest is going to come, man. We finally can get some real rest. Go ahead.
And they shall build up the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations. The strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
That's slavery right there. They're going to feed our flocks, and then the aliens is going to be our plowmen, man. So the other nations, if you're not of Negro, Latino, Native American descent, you will be a slave in the kingdom of heaven.
So y'all say Gentiles and aliens, all that argument about those are other nations. What about right there? So it's saying other nations going to be working for us in the kingdom. All right.
They don't never say we going to be working. You know, of course we're going to have a little work here and there, but we're not going to be busting our ass and having to get up early and, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be doing it. Our work is going to be to govern the kingdom of heaven.
Yep, to have that dominion.
Yep.
We're going to do all the thinking. You do all the doing. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
There you go again.
And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Yep, shall ye boast yourselves. Not being proud.
In their glory shall we boast ourselves, because look up that word boast, you know, in their glory. So if Africa got the glory of gold, that's where we shall boast ourselves, in their glory. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's their best of, like you said, we receive the best of their best, and they have the best gold. We gonna boast ourselves in their glory.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it? brother. You got that Wi-Fi, bro. What's going on?
60,
Verse 6.
61 and 6. Yeah.
Close. I got it.
He said, brother, you got that Wi-Fi.
I got it. The Hebrew word for boast is yamar, which means to exchange, to enter into, to be changed into, to promise.
It says so it says, and in their glory shall ye exchange yourselves. You know, so that exchange, us being in the position of them and them being in the position of us. Like the brother was saying. Go ahead.
That was pretty much everything.
So the tables is going to turn around, basically. The kingdom of heaven, who's ever doing good on this side, as far as the other nations, you're not going to do good on the other side. Now, we ain't going to be all wicked like the so-called white man, Esau. You know, you're going to have your little land and your portion and be able to have your family time. And, you know, that's the whole point of the laws, man, to be ethical. So we can have some type of order. So you're going to be able to work till the sun go down and get paid. But you still going to be under our law, statutes, and commandments.
It says, in their glory shall we exchange ourselves. So basically, that commerce is going to transfer over to us. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? If we're taking the best of the best, you know, your glory is going to transfer over to us.
God.
So you can't say you have the best of the best because you're giving the best of your best to us. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, if you like we're equal. You know, say and say, we got the best of the best of camels. No, you don't. You gave them all to the Israelites. Not all, but you gave your best to the Israelites. You gave 10% of your best to the Israelites. Or we got the best trees. No, you don't. You gave your best of the best to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So your glory, what makes you the shit, we're going to receive the best of that. But you're going to have that in abundance anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But by us having the best of your best, you can't boast yourselves no one can boast themselves to be over the Israelites. Because we're going to have the best of your shit. I got the best fighters, but you gave your best of your best fighters to the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is how it works. You can't say here and say you got the best of the best of something if we got all your best. You know?
We got the best of your best.
Your rapper's favorite rapper.
Go ahead.
All right. Verse 7. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Yep.
For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. Talking about Israel.
Yep. So everything we went through, we're going to receive double for that. Like Job. That's why, like brothers always say, Job is a perfect example of the elect, of Israel. Everything.
He got a double life.
Everything he went through, he endured through that, and he received double, man. So it said we're gonna the first, you know what I'm saying, couple words. It said we're gonna receive double for our shame, man. It's a shame for these low down, dirty dogs to rule over us. For us to be the best of the nations and to be on the bottom, man. So we're gonna receive double in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord have blessed.
Yeah.
What
was you saying earlier? You had really bit off the word offspring. I forget what you said.
It's talking about that it's not that it goes back to y'all saying everybody will make it into the kingdom. That the seed is dealing with genetics. It's not dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dealing with all the wicked. it's like not an offspring to a wicked, unless it's Edomites. Like I said, besides that, you have wicked amongst. Right now, you have the wicked amongst Israelites. You got wicked amongst Israelites. You have wicked amongst all nations right now. But the main wicked nation is Esau. But you still have that. So with that, I'm saying that because you Babylonian Christians had a concept of everybody's a sinner, and the Lord's going to destroy all sinners and save all the righteous. Like there's Edomites that's righteous. There's Cushites. There's Hamites. There's Ammonites. And he's going to divide it among the nation. No, he's dealing with a specific nation, and the rest of the nation. He said he's going to bless that seed, that gene line. So let's say if you know Ammonite, he's righteous, that you're going to have to fucking deal with that Ammonite just to make it. But that's the case is you got to deal with the Israelite to make it. You know what I'm saying? If you want if an Edomite woman want a child to make it, you're going to get an Israelite man and let that nigga shoot off and have a boy or whatever, boy or girl, just to have that child make it. That's how it got to work. That's the only way an Edomite so-called Edomite can slip in there, because that child is not Edomite no more, it's an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Blake Griffin, for example.
Yeah.
The white Edomite woman don't have to worry no more. She's like, oh, my baby's fine. He made it. He's going to make it into the kingdom.
Canelo.
Oh, Canelo?
Canelo. The Mayweather.
Oh, yeah, Canelo.
But
yeah.
He's full-blown Hispanic.
Yeah, full-blown Hispanic.
He don't speak a lick of English, it seems like.
Yep.
Go ahead, all right.
Seems like they don't speak. All right, verse 9 says, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed of the Lord. They are the seed which the Lord hath blessed.
Yeah, when you acknowledge something, you know it. You know for a fact what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or take heed to it. So they're going to know that, yeah, the Israelites is the ones that the Lord is dealing with. Go ahead.
I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh herself with ornaments, and as a bridegroom adorneth herself, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown, you slow it down. For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all nations.
And that's the kingdom of heaven. Can you grab that in second Esdras?
And I want to bring something first.
Okay,
too. It says, I will greatly rejoice.
429.
I will greatly rejoice in the day of the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garment of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. That garment of salvation, the robe of righteousness. Salvation is what? Y'all say salvation is for all people. He's talking about a specific nation in the verse before. He's talking about the seed. All right? So salvation is for that same seed. This is a prophetic scripture. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. Talking about a seed line. So you can't sit here and say it's spiritual. Like you can convert to being an Israelite and make it. This is still talking about genetics. This is still talking about who the Father is.
Yep.
This is still talking about the redeemed. The redeemed is Israel. You can't get around that.
Can you read 11 again?
It says, for as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth.
The things that are sown in it to spring forth. Go ahead.
So the Lord power will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations.
Yep. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 29. I'm sorry, 28.
No, 29.
Okay. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away.
Now that place right there is America. Who runs America? The so-called white man. That's why the evil is sown here, and it's nothing but wickedness in America. Go ahead.
then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Then cannot it come that which is sown good, and that's that righteousness which is sown in that praise, like it just said.
That's Israelites.
Yep.
The Israelites cannot. We. That's beautiful because we ain't gonna never receive peace until Esau go down. That's what
exactly.
I mean, we knew that what it said, but that's just like that precept connection is just like that's what it is because it says here, like the brother beautiful connections is, and as a garden causes all things that are sown in it to spring forth. So the Lord will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations. That cannot happen until that which is sown in wickedness be overturned.
Exactly. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Precept upon precept, man. The scriptures say what they say, man. You know. Yeah. So, like you were saying, Israelites, we can't rise until Esau goes down. And if Esau go down and we go up, how the hell is he gonna rule equally with us? If you on a seesaw and somebody go down and you know what I'm saying, I hit the ground. If they hit the ground and you in the air, they're not equal with you, man. That's just that.
Now we gonna shut it down, but we're gonna end it with these two verses. If we wanted to go into chapter 62, but just for time's sake, we're gonna shorten it up. All right. Also, read chapter 62, verse 6 and 7.